Hello, good morning. This is your daily outlook for Friday, the 27th of January. The Euro's rally paused today as investors are now focusing on talks between Greece and its creditors. The single currency rose broadly yesterday as risk appetite dominated the markets, climbing as high as 131.83 against the dollar, but today the pair fell to 130.77. Asian equities turned negative and commodities softened today after yesterday's jump as a debt swap arrangement between Greece and its private creditors hasn't been reached. Italian 10-year yields fell below 6% for the first time in 6 months, further boosting risk appetite. The US dollar tumbled against its major counterparts, weighed by the Fed's decision to keep interest rates at ultra-low levels until 2014 and by expectations for a third round of quantitative easing. Versus the Japanese yen, the dollar slid to 76.89 from 77.80, reversing a rally that began last week. Japanese Finance Minister Noda said that the Bank of Japan must act in order to curb the yen's rise. Yesterday's economic data showed the US durable goods and Chicago Fed National Activity Index were better than expected, while new home sales fell for the first time in 4 months and initial claims rose to 377,000. Attention now shifts to the US gross domestic product figures due later today, which are expected to reveal the world's largest economy grew at its fastest pace in almost 2 years in the fourth quarter. The British pound rose to a 5-week high against a weaker dollar yesterday, hitting 157.35 from 156.50. But sterling came under pressure against the single currency, falling near to a 4-week low at 0.8229 on concerns about the UK economy. Data this week showed the UK economy contracted in the fourth quarter of 2011, raising expectations that policymakers may decide to inject more money into the ailing UK economy. Looking at commodities, we saw oil prices rally to $101.35 a barrel yesterday, but later slide to $99.20. Gold also rallied to $1,729.91 an ounce from $1,703.02, but today eased to $1,714.45. Silver edged higher to $33.78 an ounce from $32.98. And let's take a look at what the currencies are doing this morning. The euro-dollar pivot point is at 130.35 with a preference to enter into long positions at 130.35. The dollar-yen pivot point is at 77.95 with a preference to enter into short positions at 77.95. The Aussie dollar pivot point is at 105.45 with a preference to enter into long positions at 105.45. The sterling dollar pivot point is at 155.85 with a preference to enter into long positions at 155.85. And the dollar CAD pivot point is at 100.55 with a preference to enter into short positions at 100.55. Looking at commodities, the oil pivot point is at 99.25 with a preference to enter into long positions at 99.25. The gold pivot point is at 1680 with a preference to enter into long positions at 1680. And the silver pivot point is at 32.60 with a preference to enter into long positions at 32.60. And of course, for up-to-date information, please visit us at easy-forex.com. And on the calendar, the market movers are the Swiss KOF leading indicator forecast to fall to minus 0.05. US gross domestic product in the quarter four forecast to gain 3%, and US consumer sentiment index forecast to rise to 74.1. On to equities, in Europe they were positive with the FTSE up 1.26%, the DAX up 1.84% and the CAC up 1.53%. In the US, the S&P 500 was down 0.58% and the Dow was down 0.18%. In Asia at the time of writing, the Nikkei was down 0.09% and the Hang Seng was down 0.04%. It's been your Daily Outlook. I'm Emma and Joe from the Easy Forex Dealing Room. Have a good weekend.
Not only have you found a great place for Forex news, you found a great place to trade it. Registration is easy. Just click Join Now. Membership has its unique benefits, such as the freeze rate, the trade simulator, the inside viewer, and personal dealers. Your personal account manager waiting for you now.